Hey everybody, Coffee and Donuts back. It's your boy Rude, man. Please excuse my absence. I have to apologize to y'all because I got a little sidetracked with life and all the stuff that's been going on, life, work, been releasing some music, a lot of music, and I kind of been neglecting my podcast, and I fell victim to looking at the numbers. Can't fall victim looking at the numbers because it'll throw you off track every single time. Anyway, I want to apologize to y'all for that. But your boy's back like cooked baby backs. I ain't gonna say the other thing. But what's good? How y'all been? Y'all ready? Let's dive into it, man. Talk about I want to start off by plugging a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to support people all the time. Got this right here. This is beard oil for all my people that got beards like myself. And this is actually created, manufactured, distributed, and sold by a friend of mine, Zay. And I'm gonna put his information in the description if y'all want some beard oil, ladies or gentlemen, if y'all got beards. But beard, I want to put a little bit of this on because my beard looking major dry right now. I mean, it don't take much. Get you about 3 drops, 2, 3. It smells good, Zay. Shout out to Zay. Smells good, Zay. Zay a barber. When I was back in Alabama, woo, Zay was my barber. Zay, this smell real good, bro. I don't know what aroma this is, but it's very arrow. I don't know the word I'm about to say. I don't know. It smells good. I might need a couple more drops. Yeah, man, that's smelling good right there. It's almost to the point. Might not have to put no cologne on. It's smelling so good. Yeah, you put it out. You got to work it in there. I know people are like, what is beard oil for? Beard oil is to keep your beard moisturized and keep your beard, the skin under your beard usually doesn't get as much moisture because the hair is blocking it, and your skin will get dry. That'll cause you to have what I call face dandruff, which is probably what it is, face dandruff. But man, you got it smelling good. I know y'all laughing. I'm actually using a pick on my beard, but the beard getting a little thick, y'all. You know what I mean? But this is probably the best thing for your beard is this little wooden beard comb, because you don't get that static electricity that you would normally get from like a plastic comb or whatever. So that's real good for you. My boy Zay, as I call him, Zay Tiggy. You got you one here, my boy. You got my comb smelling good. Beard oil by Zay the Barber. Y'all check them out. Another thing, I'm big on, y'all always, I saw a lot of people talking about support black businesses, and all that, which I'm all for the black business. I'm a black business myself, but when you see something like this, I'm gonna show y'all. People see this and laugh. Stuff like this and laugh. This is a black business, y'all. Rap Snacks is owned by Romeo Miller and Master P. You know what I mean? They had them back in the day, you know what I'm saying, Rap Snacks, but it was in a way smaller bag than this. And they had a lot less variety. But these, I haven't tried this actual bag right now. I want to try. Got the boy Biggie Smalls on there. Shout out to Biggie. Rest in peace, Biggie. I know people who listen to me on the podcast on Spotify and Apple and all that stuff. They can't see, but I got a bag of Rap Snacks Icon, Notorious Big, Cookout Barbecue Sauce Potato Chips. Black owned business, Rap Snacks. Black owned business, Zay's Beard Oil by Zay the Barber. Support, man. Support somebody. You can't support everybody, but you can support somebody. You know what I mean? But as I always say, let's jump into the episode. Even though we already into the episode, we're gonna dive a little deeper into the episode and start talking about some of these topics. The hottest topic out right now is, will and Jada. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. So, August Alsina, hope I said that right, had an affair. Not really an affair, because they saying that they have an open relationship. I remember somebody, my homie Chop, hit me up some years ago. He was like, man, you know Will Smith and his wife, they swingers or whatever. I'm like, for real? I'm thinking to myself, how you know that? Something you heard somewhere, or you probably read it somewhere, but I didn't know it was public knowledge that they were supposed to be swingers or whatever, and they was into the swinging community. This is what you want to call it, the swinger community. So I ain't never thought nothing about it, tripped nothing about it too hard. And then this come out, and I was like, oh man, this dude probably just, you know what I'm saying, playing or whatever. Come to find out it was real. Then he said that Will gave him permission, and then they had the whole red table discussion and everything. I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but what I really want to say is, why is it that we always find ourselves in the middle of these scandals? Like, it's really affecting us personally. Like, I don't know them people. I know Will Smith, the actor, and Jada Pinkett, the actress, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know them personally. So if one of my friends personally was having an affair with somebody and their husband or wife knew, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm kind of on the outside looking in. If it don't affect me personally, I really don't care about it too much, you know. But to each his own. It just always puzzles me how people are just fall off into what I like to say, other people business, you know. So I don't know, y'all. I'm puzzled. So, but I ain't gonna boggle my mind though, because like I said, I don't know them people. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Jada Pinkett Smith ain't calling me over the dust off, you know what I'm saying? So much love to Will, much love to Jada, much love to August Alsina. Y'all all great in y'all respective fields or profession. So we're gonna just keep it like that and keep it moving on to the next subject. So it's a football player, professional football player. I ain't never heard of him, but he made a post. He said, people really out here like Jill Scott. And I think he was talking about Jill Scott music, which she do real good music. But he was talking about, are people actually attracted to Jill Scott? And it's like, everybody is like kind of up in arms about it. Like, oh, don't disrespect her. Don't disrespect Jill Scott like that. You know what I'm saying? Blase. They call him all kind of names and everything. The back and forth bickering, the battle of the sexes continues to go on and on. But my thing is, can you really be upset if he doesn't find her particularly attractive? Even though he could have kept that comment to himself, but it's out there. So let's talk about what people like and what people don't like. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff that I don't like, but I don't tell other people not to like it or talk down on them for liking something that I don't like. Like, I was joking with a friend of mine the other day. His wife had a birthday party. Happy birthday again, Peaches. Love you. So I'm with Tony, her husband. We're at the store. He bought some chitlins or whatever, and I was like, man, you about to cook some chitlins, bro? And he was like, yeah, man, you know, that what Peaches wanted. Good husband. So I was like, that's what's up, man. But I ain't going there and be like, man, you finna eat them pig guts and dookie shoots and all. I ain't going all that, you know what I'm saying? So I was just telling bro, that's what's up, man. You know, I ain't gotta eat none. I ain't gotta complain about it. They stink, and I told him, I said, man, these joints stink, bro. He just laughed it off, but you know, I wasn't saying it maliciously, like they really super duper, like just terrible. But it ain't for everybody. So dude may look at Jill Scott like she chitlin', not saying she's stinking her, but that's just something that he don't like. But he decided to speak on it. Like, they probably think he trying to bash her maybe because she's BBW, or he might not think she's particularly pretty. Like myself, I see a lot of people, they go crazy over Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna this, oh, that's bae. Men and women. Me personally, I think Rihanna okay. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really my type of lady, you know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't gonna go around bashing her just because I don't find her as attractive as other people do. And we gotta stop beating people up for having an opinion. So like, everybody's not gonna follow the same path or ride the same wave that you riding or whatever. So, but I ain't trying to preach, you know. I'm just saying, man, you know, just respect people's opinions. Jill Scott, you're a beautiful person. You ain't got to worry about him. If he don't love you, somebody else do, or somebody else will, and somebody else has. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about preference. So it's what you prefer. So, speaking of women, let's talk about something I find particularly odd in today's relationships. How people get online and they joke about, ooh, let me take this picture down before my boyfriend knock my head between the washer and the dryer, or slap my face across the room, or do something. I'm like, there's a lot of people that are really in those situations and have in domestic violence situations, and they might be actually really getting their head smacked between the washing machine and the dryer. You got making light of it, making like it's a joke. But think about this. Imagine you being a child and you seen your mama boyfriend or your daddy or your stepdad or somebody slap your mom up against the wall, and you, as you grow up and you always been around that, you might think that's normal, but that's not normal at all. Domestic violence, that's not normal at all. People argue, people fuss, people disagree. I've argued with people, I've fussed with people, I've disagreed with people, but I ain't never had to put my hands on them because I chose not to. And I'm not talking about a female or a male, I'm just talking about people in general. But I done got into arguments with women, but they were doing most of the arguing. I was just sitting there just like, okay, all right, you done, you good, you okay? And they get even more mad, but they want you to argue with them, and I'm not the argumentative back and forth, rah kind of dude, you know what I'm saying? So y'all ease up on the slap across the room stuff, but that junk ain't cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all heard about I'm gonna call it the coronavirus, COVID-19 small business loan? So they got a small business loan going out, and they giving people like $10,000 to kind of like help them out during this rough time, you know, loss of business and loss of such this stuff and that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a grant, a loan that you apply for, and it helps you kind of get your business back up and running. I applied for it myself. I got denied, but I see a lot of people that are getting it, and a lot of people who don't have businesses that are getting it. So it's kind of got the market kind of, not the market, kind of got the whole thing kind of screwed up. Some people are doing the right things with it. They might be starting a business with that bread, you know what I'm saying? But some people just doing what people do when they're trying to get some money. Cause I was thinking about like, man, I get this money, I'm gonna go get this equipment, more equipment. I ain't got no equipment right now, so one piece of equipment is more. But more equipment for my shirts and my clothing line, and better cameras for my podcast, and this, that, and the third, some music equipment. You know, I had it all planned out, you know what I'm saying, but it ain't come through. So I just have to, you know what I'm saying, keep it moving and keep on doing what I'm doing the old-fashioned way, kind of step by step, slow grinding, you know. So it'll all pay off. But I'm human, and I always want to try to better my situation any way possible. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody who did get the grant, even if they didn't get the whole 10, they might have got 5,000, 6,000. But that's still a help out with your business, and hopefully it'll help out with whatever you're trying to do in life, and just keep going with it, man. But I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. Like I said earlier, sorry I was gone so long. But I'm back. Y'all make sure y'all check out Zay's Beard Oil. And in the hood store near you, pick up a bag of Wrap Snacks, man. They delicious. They good. If you like flavor and seasoning and all that stuff, Wrap Snack is the chip for you. So, with that being said, it's your boy Rudy. Coffee and Donuts. We back. I'm trying to get back on the roll with this. Shout out to Germany. I heard somebody in Germany listening to Germany, Puerto Rico, and I forgot the other one. But it's all good. USA, they all on it, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of males that listen and watch. I got a lot of females that listen and watch. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you all. So it's been your boy Rudy. 2 in the sky for coffee and the donuts. 2 in the sky for coffee and donuts. I appreciate y'all so much. And I'll check y'all out next time. Oh wait, I almost forgot. You got Spotify, Apple Music, any of those places where you listen to my podcast at. You can also, in those same spots, go type in Rudy P, RUDEY P, and check out my 3 EPs I put out. I got an EP produced by Big Dog Beats. Uh-oh, my light just went out. I'm still going though. I got Big Dog Beats produced an EP called Out of Nowhere. Y'all go check that out. Then my boy Meeks post. What's up with this flight? Then my boy Meeks did Digital Dash. I got Digital Dash produced by Meeks. And then I guess the light don't want to participate, so I guess I don't need it. So Digital Dash by Meeks, and the last EP is just a mixture of songs produced by various producers, and it's called Radio Rudy. So y'all check out Out of Nowhere by Rudy P, Digital Dash by Rudy P, and Rudy Radio, of course, by Rudy P. So on that note, we out.